Oh, hello there. I bet you're wondering where I got these cool items from, including this really comfy robe. I'm holding a giveaway over on my Instagram from December 10th to December 16th. Go over there, like the post, comment on it. It's linked down below. You can enter. It's only open to Australian and New Zealand residents. I apologize, but stay tuned for future global giveaways coming up soon. Also, I heard that Deligracy is running the same giveaway, so you can enter twice on mine and on hers. So if you want to win this awesome pamper pack, go over to my Instagram, comment, and enter.
Hey guys, James here today and welcome back to another Sims 4 building video. Today we're renovating our trailer park into a movie studio lot. It doesn't make a lot of sense, but that's what's happening. So if you haven't been watching my Get Famous Rags to Riches Let's Play, basically my sim is currently a global superstar. She should be rich. She's not really. You don't make enough money from that career to be rich. So we kind of still live in a trailer park. That's all we can afford. Granted, the trailer park is worth $70,000. And we're actually now, you know, all these little plants that we've got around here, we're actually making a bunch of money from money trees because, you know, they're way more lucrative than ever working in this game. So we're growing a bunch of money trees and we're earning our money that way. But in the meantime, I was like, we can't live in a trailer park. We're a global superstar. We're like the highest rank of fame possible. We got to have something a little bit more impressive whilst we wait. And we had $50,000 left over to sort of renovate and change this place up. And I really wanted to turn this into like a movie studio lot. Even though it's really small and it's in not Del Sol Valley, well it is, but in Mirage Park, and it doesn't make a lot of sense. It was fun. Because here's the thing, like when we moved into this lot originally, there was that one soundstage, you can see the one that we already had there with like the sort of YouTube setup in it. And the idea was it was an abandoned movie studio lot. And then me and the audience, we've come up with the idea. I think there was a few comments about this saying, well, maybe the movie studio, whoever owned like that sort of random soundstage, maybe they came back and like, you know what, let's build this up. So it could either be that, or I think it's just because Lady, that's my sim, she is a global superstar. She's like, I don't want to have to go into work. I can just work from home. So she just ends up building her own movie studio lot. And what I would really love to do, because we're planning on moving to the mansion in the Pinnacles, of course. We've got to go live in a huge mansion. What I'm thinking we'll move to that mansion. Then we can purchase this as like a retail lot and not actually run a business from it. But then we can at least own it and we could come here and like, you know, use all the sound stages and all that. But yeah, so I decided to keep two of the trailers because I thought that made sense. Like, if you were, you know, acting on a slot, there'd still be trailers for whoever's staying here. Plus, also, we do need somewhere for my Sims to live because a lot of this lot is currently just going to be weird sound stages that have like, I don't have a lot of money, so we couldn't finish everything. We did the majority of the exterior and all of that. And I know there was a portion of the audience as well that is like, dude, she's got to live in a real house. She's a global superstar. And I'm like, well, first of all, chill. Second of all, this is way more fun. Third of all, oh, just you wait till you see what I did with the house solution. She does have a house. It's just a little different from your regular house. But in the meantime, because I couldn't actually finish it, I kept the trailers because we kind of needed those because those have the bedroom and the kitchen and all that in it, and I haven't been able to replace them yet. So we just kept those trailers and then we'll sort of move all that stuff later on. So originally what I was doing, like you saw just then with the roof, I was messing around with that. I wanted like a little bit of like a market kind of stall setup. You know what, you used to have like a canvas, like little roofing setup kind of thing just to cover it up. That's kind of what I wanted to do, like have a little covered in area for the trees to grow. Like maybe they had just done this and they just covered up the area temporarily. But then I was like, that's stupid and it was really annoying. So I decided not to do that at all. So I completely went back on that idea. Now, this area here, I really wanted to do like a little security booth. Like when you enter the lot, you know, there should be some form of security. So I thought I'd build it here. And you can see I was originally going to build it out of walls, but the walls are super tall. Like on the ground floor, we have the maximum height walls because that works well for the sound stages when we have them here. But any other regular building, it was kind of annoying. So instead, I just use the half walls. And the reason I'm using the half walls with like this sort of little glass on top from Get Famous is because if we use half walls that just had a regular flat top, then Sims would actually place all their dirty plates and that on top of the wall everywhere. And it would just be a nightmare. So I decided to use those instead. So then they don't, at least I don't think they do. And then I'm using these new like sidewalk decorations. I guess the decorative sidewalks that you actually use on like movie sets. But they look really good to just use it as like a roof. So that's what I did. And I don't know if you saw earlier, but I also used it to cover up holes in the ground because we had to lower down. That big archway we were using at the front is actually way taller than that. So I placed it in the basement, but to get it the same lighting, we had to have holes in the. It was a whole thing. Like it's a bit weird. I think we did it in one of the Let's Play parts. Maybe part 14. I don't know, one of those. Anyway, this little security booth, I thought I'd even put like a little desk in there, get a hang in there poster as well. So that's where our little security guard can work. And then I'm just cleaning out this trailer. I'm keeping most of the items. I just put them in the household inventory because we're going to use them again. And then the rest of the lot, we're going to be building a couple more sound stages. And I also really wanted to put in like little roads in that, so it actually feels like a movie lot, you know, like a little truck could sort of drive in and deliver props or whatever. So that's what I wanted to do as well in that regard. And here I was just trying to figure out the best way to do, because we need to have palm trees everywhere through here. We're going to have like nice palm trees and these little planters all around the place. That's kind of the idea. Well, that's what I was trying to figure out in with all those plants there. But in the end, I just figured it was probably easier just to do this. Have little grass sections here. And then just put the palm trees from build mode in there. And that worked out well. And I wanted to do a different different road texture, because we have all these like sort of concrete tiles everywhere, which I think look good for like a sidewalk. But for the road surface, I thought we'd just do a different texture here. So it looks like, you know, I put down a different road surface. And I was trying to make it like, so it's like 4 tiles wide in most of the places. And then where we have the big sort of soundstage hangar doors, we are sort of doing a slightly bigger road, although obviously that one there is sort of, you can see they've sort of altered that because we put those sort of awnings over it. I think I should remove those awnings, but we sort of put those plants there. And then I think I changed the whole thing because we do all the money trees here, so when they all grow up, it'll look cool because they'll sort of fill this little place and it'll be a nice little garden, just, you know, growing money. It'll be great. That's why we need a security guard, because there's gonna be thousands and thousands, probably at least 100K a day being grown there. I don't know make of it what you will. I don't know that they're just money trees. I think there might be something else. So you can see I sort of adjusted that, so it makes a little bit more sense now. Obviously, we still have that trailer there with the stairs sort of coming straight down onto it, but I was just like, it's like a temporary setup kind of thing anyway, so it makes sense that they would do something like that. And also, it's like a super small soundstage, so I don't think you'd really need anything too big there. Oh, and I decided to use these like pool lane markers, I think is what they are, to use them as like little crossings around the place, because I thought that looked cool. I don't think that they're not going to use them, but it'd be cool if they did. And then I thought we'd do one giant soundstage here off to the left, because we gotta have a proper sized one, because this one we can actually fit the green screens in it properly without having to like resize them, which means they're not going to just like randomly bug out, which is quite good. Actually, also, I was just looking at this. We could have done a hangar door at the front of the lot, because there's like, actually no, the driveway doesn't really line up with it. I was just looking at it. It sort of hits the edge of the lot weirdly. Anyway, that's where we did the entrance, like the big sort of hangar door right at the back. And then just adjusting all the planters and all that. And then, these benches as well. So one of those benches was originally burnt to a crisp when I got struck by lightning. It now isn't. So to the people that were upset about that being like burnt for ages, it is now back to normal. So this large soundstage, I have a lot of fun with this one because, like I said, she's going to have a house. It's just going to be in the soundstage. It's basically, she's basically living in a set, although it's not any sort of realistic set because the soundstage is way too small to fit the whole house. Also, when I start building the house, you'll see there's a couple of issues with it. But I was like, it's good enough. I think it looks funny enough. It's good enough for the next couple episodes while we're still living here, and then we'll sort of buy it back, and then we can change that soundstage into something else and build a different set in there and just have a bit of fun with it. And I thought I'd keep those swings as well because the kids currently have like nothing to do on the lot. Like that's their only activity for fun. So I was like, you know what? Let's keep that for them. I think they'll enjoy that. And then we get one final little soundstage here off to the right, which is actually going to be like the recording studio. So I'm going to put in like the sort of music production station, like instruments. I make like a sound recording booth kind of thing. And that's the idea with that one. And then so each of the little sound stages have a use. One is like the YouTube one, the video production. The other one's the music production. And the last one, the huge one, I guess is basically just like your regular sort of filming set building area. I couldn't afford to do any cameras or anything like that. We ran out of money. But like I said, you can see like we built most of the exterior kind of stuff, which I'm quite happy with because I think that's almost the most important because at least it looks cool. I mean, look, it's much more completed than the little trailer park that we had before. I'd really love to do like a little food truck in this corner. Like it looks like perfect for it. I wish we just had food trucks. Like we have those food stalls, but a food truck would be like perfect. I don't know why they just make truck versions of them. It'd be so cool. So this whole area, like I said, we're turning it into a set. I was trying to figure out where I could do it because it's actually not that big. Like, it's pretty big, don't get me wrong, but when it comes to building a giant house, well, not a house, like a real size house inside of this building, it became a little bit more difficult. So these lights, if you use the show hidden objects cheat, you can actually unlock these lights, which are used in the actual movie, the movie lot in the game, and they produce way more light than the standard in-game light, so you can light up the whole space really, really easily. As you can see, they have a wider range of it, which is pretty good. So I use a few of those rather than the standard lights, and you can see I'm sort of just making sure they don't clip through the roof, because they did, so I just had to go ahead and remove the ceiling, then it sort of worked a little bit better. So the idea here is we're sort of building a little grass plot, and then we build a house on it. Now, so here's where we get into the issues. The house has to have super tall walls because it's on the ground floor, which is a bit unfortunate because we can't change the wall height. And then we do the roofs, which we're able to do as well, because normally you can't place roofs inside like this, but thanks to the bug that's been in the game forever, which actually really sucks most of the time. In this case, it's kind of useful. If you complete, like, so you can see I put that fence all the way across, that means roofs won't like clip out of the room. Normally, that's a huge issue. It's like when you put stairs in a room and then a roof just comes inside for some reason. But in this case, it's actually really useful because it means I can put a roof inside. So that was actually quite good. So that's there. And then the other issue is it'd be great if this looked like a 2-story house, but you can't really layer windows in that way. So I was like, maybe if we just sort of put a tree in the way and then trying to decorate it up a little bit, make it look like a bigger house than it is. And here's the thing, it's Hollywood. It's all fake anyway, so it doesn't have to be. I was like, it doesn't have to be super realistic. This is actually something really annoying. Is when you go up to the second floor, you can see like the windows in that stop rendering for some reason. If you're on the ground floor, it's fine, but when you go up, they just kind of disappear for some reason. I don't know. And I thought I'd put in some little picket fencing, make it a nice little house. Again, another really unrealistic thing with this is that the house sort of just ends like right there. There's no way you could get any sort of good camera angle on this house because the walls are right there and it makes no sense whatsoever. It was more just to have a bit of fun and like build a house. You guys wanted to see a house, so we built one. I had fun with it anyway. So that was kind of the idea behind it. It does remain completely empty though, because I don't have enough money to actually furnish it. I guess we could move stuff from the trailer, but I was like, we might as well just wait because in another day in the game, we'll harvest another $16,000 from our tree and then have more money that way. So I was like, it'll probably be fine and we don't need to worry about it too much. So I kind of just left it empty. I think I put a light in it. And then we moved over here because I was like, I need to actually build this section before I run out of money. And I can finally use these doors. I've been talking about them for so long. Like these doors, I'm like so perfect for this like sound recording studio. I'm like, I really, really like them. So I use those there, use that sort of sound foam on the walls, got the little window in the middle. And then for some reason I went to put that desk in and then I realized, I was like, why would I have that desk when I would actually want to use the music production desk? It's like that makes way more sense. Like, so the production side would be on that side of the window, then the recording room's on the other side. That's kind of the idea. But let's go ahead and jump into the game. So this is what it looks like when we get into the game. Unfortunately, it is a stinky, rainy day. I guess I could have gone into build mode and whatever. This is as light as it's going to be. So this is what it looks like. I think it's actually really, really awesome. I love the little entrance and the little roadway we sort of got running through it. When all these are growing up, it's going to be cool. I'd love to put more details in here as well. Like there's a lot of stuff that I want to do. Obviously, we need some more money. It'd be good to get some graffiti along these walls. Probably a back exit would also be useful just to get to this alleyway if we need to. But yeah, like I think it's coming along pretty well. So like I said, we got those 2 trailers just there and we got each of the sound stages coming together. So I think it's really cool. This is not on the gallery yet, just as a heads up. I'll put it up when it's actually done. Having said that, if you guys remember what we had here before, the trailer park, I have actually now uploaded that to the gallery. So if you want to download that, which was the previous one, it's right here called Trailer Academy. So you can grab that, and then I will put up the Soundstage movie lot, which I've called Trailer Studios instead of the previous place is called Trailer Academy. So, we're leveling up a little bit. But yeah, thanks for watching, guys. Make sure to leave your comments, suggestions, and feedback down below. But I'll see you next time, and have an awesome day.